Oh boy, we have a lot to go over right now. So, last episode, I thought I would just, I would do my research. And boy, did I do the research. I didn't, spoil myself or anything. But I found out how the system for these choices work. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, Scott, you don't have to worry. The game doesn't make you choose so early on. It kind of does. Within the first couple choices, you're kind of all thrown in. You're kind of, as long as you make the right choices, of course. We'll get to that in a second. You get put onto a route. Without even meeting the one of the characters first. By the way, just throwing that out there. And what do I mean by if you you can make wrong decisions, or not necessarily wrong decisions, but kind of decisions that kind of are all over the place, and you'll get the normal ending, apparently. So there's a normal ending, and then there's the bad ending, but the bad ending we already passed. Remember when I said this isn't me? Yeah. The other decision led straight to the bad end, which I kind of figured. There's so much shit. Okay, and then now we're here, right? If you do this one, this is when she asked, she's like, yeah, you already know, you saw last episode. If you say you don't have anyone interested in, then, then it goes to her or Alice. By the way, we're doing Alice last because, god damn it, everyone is fucking insisting that she's be the last fucking person on the planet because, spoilers! I don't really give a shit about that stuff. I only care about, I don't care about route orders. That's what I've tried to get across to you guys. So other than Alice, I'll do any other route in any order that I fucking want. No choices for you. Nah, you guys will have choices at some point. But not this first time. And then this leads to the three other characters. Saki, Yayoi, and Mystery Girl that we know nothing about. So I feel like what we're going to do is, what I want to do is I want to, do those three, right? We're going to go through those three. And then once those are over, then we'll do these two. That's kind of the plan I'm going with. I don't know if I'm going to get the normal end. I really don't. I'm not following any walkthroughs. I'm not doing that. All I know is, the first couple decisions of what I should do. But that's it. That's all. I kind of have a basic idea of what I want to do, so let's just go in. I'll explain more later. You could say that I have someone You could say that I have someone I'm interested in. Maya put on a relieved expression. At least that's what it looked like to me. Fucking you and your goddamn lolly Cheshire cat fucking shit. Wait, what's that supposed to mean? Maya ran her hand along my cheek. Oh, jeez. I can almost feel goosebumps on the back of my neck. But at the same time, I feel like I need answers with you. And the only time I know I'm gonna get answers involving you is with Maya or you or with Saki. And Saki's the girl that they want you to be with, right? That's the one they keep throwing at your face. And we ain't doing that yet. Spoiler alert, we're not doing Saki yet. Other than that, it's between Yayoi and Mystery Girl, who I don't even know the name of. Which you guys already know. I like me my mystery girls. Damn, that was a huge, like, monologue of me talking to Maya and then talking to you guys and talking to my brain. That's partially your fault. Wow. Maya always had a shrewd personality, so people avoided us. It was usually just us three. It wasn't quite bullying. No bully. Maya was very clever for her age, so I think her classmates were scared of her, but... Oh, god damn it. You keep just putting things in there. And there was a time when she would bully Saki, but Saki was more resilient than most. More importantly, apparently Maya had traumatized some kid who tried to bully Saki, so... partially because of that, it was just the three of us most of the time. You really do just sow the seeds of misery in everyone around you, don't you? Now, before you became this, did you just know always what everyone wanted? Or is that or I don't... That's even worse. Oh, I don't like getting questions. Maya seemed not to pay attention to my reply. As usual, she took everything in stride. Okay, alright, so... This is for Saki, but like I said, we don't really... I don't know. Saki is that character that they want you to be with, right? Clearly. We'll do her like second. But for now, we're gonna explore uncharted territories with the you don't even know her. This is so weird. Like, you gotta... Like, you don't even know one of the characters yet, but it's making you pick these dangerously close call decisions. After a moment of surprise, Maya regained her composure and smiled at me. What, are you gonna try to grill me about her? Huh? Look, I don't have to, like, restrain myself to, what the fuck? I don't have to latch myself on a Saki all the time. Like, I thought of Club Perez's face. Actually, it was impossible to not be interested in her. Now hold on there. Because of the contrast between her appearance, her true self, and who she pretended to be, one couldn't help but remember her. Hey, what do you mean by other than Saki? Well, I resisted just fine. Wouldn't that tell you your hold on me is moot? Maya landed a step away from me. She looked so fragile as she stood there. It was as though she would slide away if you pushed her. Wow, you're just only assuming it's Alice. Or not Alice, fuck. You're just only assuming it's Yayoi, huh? I mean... Hey, did you know who I was imagining? Or... God, she knows everything before I even do it, or think it. I mean, that's a cool story bit. How's about we do that? Well, that's true. Maya giggled as though she were enjoying a fun, innocent conversation. I made a bitter face at how difficult she was being. I was sure she probably enjoyed that too. What do you mean? Grant? Well, hold on, woman. What are you planning on doing? Oh God, I hope not. Wait, Maya, don't just act on your own, okay?
だ
Don't.
ったら1から10までこうしてほしいって全部指図してくれる？そうしたら全部その通りにしてあげるわ。
Oh, Maya, you're alright. Clearly you're skeevy, but that's not what I mean.
分かってるわ。でも大丈夫よ。私が何かしなくても勝手にそうなってしまうんだもの。
God, that's so strange. But it's, well, what do you mean?
私は夢を作り出せないの。だから全部望み通り夢に見るままに任せるだけなのよ。
Alright. All of a sudden, Maya was standing behind me. Oh, she ran her hands up the back of my head, brushing me along the way. Oh, unpleasant goosebumps broke out across my skin.
だからその夢は叶えてあげるわ。どんな夢でもね。
Maya! Fuck! When I turned around, Maya was already standing out of my reach.
ほら言ってちょうだい。その部長さんにエッチなことをしたいって。それとも。
What's the oar? Give me the oar. She giggled at me with eyes that seemed to be testing me.
私に早く消えろ。そう言ってくれてもいいのよ。
Wow, what? That was the oar? Alright. When she said that, Whoa. What am I fading to black over here? What's going on? Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep, beep.
トール、大丈夫？
Fuck. Hold on. It's all part of the plan. Also, everyone was saying you need Saki's to do Saki's route to get to the true end. That's not true, apparently. You only have to you have to play through the game like once, and then the true route is available to you, which the true route is a certain path in Alice's route, which is it's a web. It's a web. It's all over the fucking place. Whoa, I was in here? Why did I fall asleep in here? At the sound of Club Prez's voice, I came to my senses. It was club time after school, and I had been thinking about the dream I had had this morning. Oh, okay.
どうしたの？最近ぼーっとしてることが多いみたいだけど。
Just thinking, you know. Club Prez came in, closing the door between the preparation room and the science room. On the other side of the door, I could hear the voices of fellow club members. Is it okay to just leave them? I shook my head slowly. It seemed that I had nodded off a little.
いいのよ。カブト君がまた勝手に変なパーツ作って敷島君に怒られて揉めてるだけだから。
What the fuck? Oh, again? That guy wanted to make robot arms fly out and call it Rocket Punch. What? Plus, he was pretty good at making his new add-ons when I wasn't looking. The other day, he used compressed gas and made a rocket punch that was strong enough to punch through cardboard. That's not... Wait, through it? As in, like... as in, like, right a hole through it? Of course, I found out and dismantled it. But if the school had heard about it, then it could have been a big problem. I wish they'd show some sympathy for me, since I'm the one drawing up the diagrams.
私と敷島君が卒業したらカブト君とトールが最上級生ね。頑張って。
That's not good for me. That you don't understand. I'm leaving. I'm out. No, never mind. Club Prez handed me some instant coffee. I thanked her and took it. The bitter taste filled my mouth and cleared my head. You sure are treating it like someone else's problem.
ええ、人事だもの。
Yeah, it's not. This ain't my life anymore. Club Prez said nonchalantly. She was showing her true self. Just from behind the door, we could still hear Vice Club President Shikishima lecturing about something and another voice objecting to that. We were making a robot as a graduation project. I took a break from drawing the diagrams for the parts and rubbed my eyes from beneath my glasses.
こうしてると完全にメガネキャラのくせにそのメガネって度が入ってないのよね。
I was gonna say, like, look at this, oh shit, sorry. Look at this, look at us. We look like we were made for glasses. Well, it's kind of like a charm to me. Club Prez knew that my glasses were just for show, but I hadn't told her why I wore them. It worried me not to have my glasses. That was all I told her. How much she understood or imagined from that was anyone's guess. Now I have questions.
しかし、うちって本当に科学部なのかしら？やってること工学部よね。
But that could still be considered science. Yeah, even though it's not like we're a technical school, we're always just making robots. Dude, if I could just make robots all day. Engineering was an application of science. It wasn't like we were building this from a store-bought robot kit and we wrote the movement programs ourselves. But it was enough to be recognized by the school as a legitimate club activity, so there wasn't really a problem.
私はもっと薬品実験とかの方が好きなのに。
Well, then why don't we do that more? We do that, don't we? Club Prez was fond of medicines and chemicals, and no, she wasn't interested in illegal drugs. Maybe that was because...
やばい薬でまずいことになるなんて当たり前すぎるでしょ？つまんないわ。
That's why? I felt like something scary would happen if I argued with that logic, so I decided not to get into it. God damn it. Club Prez did toy with chemicals on her own times, but she also helped with the robots. She did it because she could. That's really what it came down to.
できる女は頼られて辛いわ。
Although you're like no good when it comes to physical exertion. Why not? She looks like she can handle herself.
胸が重いのよ。
That's, you know. She folded her arms and lifted her chest up. I can't believe you can't swim even though you have the floaters like those. I replied, trying to pay as little attention to them as I could. Though I really wanted to look, she'd hold it over my head if I did.
じゃあ、この浮き袋もどう使えばいいのか、トールが手取り足取り泳ぎ方を教えてくれる？
I don't know, man. I think you'd have to figure that out for yourself. Unamused at the lack of a response from me, she put her hands on the desk and leaned towards me. With a little help from gravity, she accentuated her bust even more before my eyes. You know, I can understand why the dirty-minded of you may or may not end up liking Yayoi, but don't worry, it's all part of the plan. You just gotta trust me, all right? Let me guide you. Let me take you through this process, cause I got a plan. I got a plan. I laid out the roadmap for you guys. Is it possible that there are strange rumors because you're saying things like that to people other than me? I desperately tried to hide my inner turmoil as I sipped my coffee. Self-restraint wore out in the end. Club Prez stood up and then sat on the edge of the table.
まさか、トール以外にこんな話してないわよ。まあ、変な噂は立ってるけど、それも美人の宿命よね。
You're just still so full of yourself. I mean, you know what you got. Like, with a laugh, Club Prez brushed back her hair. Mixed with the smell of coffee, I caught a pleasant whiff of shampoo. I felt bothered by how much this made me a little... how much this made me a little happy. Yeah, whatever. That's what I said. Well, you certainly do stand out. She had a striking appearance on the surface. She was an exceptional honor student. Even if it couldn't be helped that she was no good at sports, her grades were excellent, and she was an amiable person. Last year, she even been nominated as student council president. She had quickly declined, but there were still those who hoped for it. On the other hand, because of how she looked, rumors swirled around her.
ほんと、誰が逆ハーレムで愛人囲ってるだの、囲われてるだの、アメリカでも UK でもすごかっただの、本場仕込みだの。
Well, you're gonna be part of the harem over here.
一体何が本場なのかしら。エロスは日本の方がよっぽどだっていうのにね。
Oh yeah, they are. They're into some, she sighed in resignation. Basically, the rumors were that, contrary to outer appearances, she was actually sleeping around all over the place. Wow. Don't you think that maybe stupid rumors like that are still around because you don't deny them? Like, you just kind of live with them.
きちんとしてるわよ。だけど、ムキになって否定したら逆に面白がられるし、仕方ないじゃない。
So it's kind of just take the ignoring route? I wondered if it was because she didn't deny the rumors that they remained. Well, it's true that people do have that sort of mental image of beautiful blondes.
トールにしみじみ言われると、なんかこう、普段相手にされてない女のプライド的にモヤモヤするんだけど、何かしらこれ。殺意？
I'd rather you not have this feeling. I don't think so, so please don't get the wrong idea.
そう？まあ、噂は所詮噂なんだし、根も葉もないんだからほっとけばいいのよ。
Right. Upon hearing those words from Club Prez, I felt a small prick of pain in my chest.
何よその顔。まさか、トールも私のことを疑ってたり、そんな目で見てるんじゃないでしょうね。
I'm probably one of the people that doesn't actually think the rumors are true. No. I just sort of feel bad being part of the rumors and all, like the whole rumor mill.
断れ？何よそれ。
I mean, I would assume there's rumors about us. The two of us sometimes, or always, actually eat lunch here, right? That started some rumors too. That's right. The question of what are they doing in the science room during lunch with no one around? Apparently this was the first club president heard of it. So she gave me a profound, wry smile that was difficult to interpret. Then she put her hand on my shoulder.
シス君の次は私とセックスしてるだなんて。トール、いつか夜道を歩いてたら嫉妬で刺されるわよ。
I can't help it, man. I just do a lot of things. Club Prez, what kind of response is that from a girl? Also, with those two rumors, I don't think people think they're about the same person.
そうかしら。だとしても、まさか私の美人勢にトールまで巻き込んでいったなんて。
I didn't want to be caught up in this. It just happened. I wonder if the fact that everyone was together for 6 years in this school helped make it a breeding ground for things like that. School. I shifted my thoughts from the topic at hand.
トールは私の噂、どこまで信じた？
I don't. Good God. From the beginning, I've never thought of you as a loose woman in the least, alright? Seeing her true self did nothing to change that thought. It didn't matter that she stood out or was half Japanese. She was just a student, same as us, only just a year older. So the rumors just struck me as kind of bizarre.
なんかその余裕がムカつくわね。
Whatever. You tyrant! I said that I believed you!
実はトールって周りがそう言うから一緒に行ってるだけで、私のこと美人とか派手とかキュニューンとかそんなに思ってないでしょ。
Oh, trust me, I believe all those things. I do think that. See, there he goes. He's just being honest. Even though I said that, Club Prez, still smiling, slid herself closer to me and looked down at me.
本当に？例えば私とセックスできるって言ったら喜ぶ？あ、愛情とか抜きにして娯楽として。
I mean, if you're offering... No, I'd feel very uncomfortable about that, actually. When she said the without love or anything. If I could just enjoy it without strings attached, fuck it. Not that circumstances like that were actually possible, of course. Oh, Jesus.
なんでそんなに余裕があんのかしら。
I don't know. I was used to troublesome things happening in my dreams, but this wasn't the person to say that to. Normally, I think she would say, that's not the same thing. But my lucid dreams are incredibly realistic. Maybe that was wearing down my mind somehow. I shook off ominous hypotheses in my head that popped in my head.
噂になってるならセックスしてみる？どうせ周りからの扱い変わんないでしょうし。
God damn it. Why is she just doing... What? They will treat us differently. Very differently if they were to actually find out. I knew that Club Prez was just teasing me, but I couldn't help but panic.
お互い後腐されなくていいって言っても二人で黙ってれば他に誰が知るわけでもなし
They could just... Do you think somebody could just walk in? This was more persistent than her usual dirty jokes, which made me think I and Saki recently had various things happen to us recently, but had something happened to Club Prez? I didn't even have the luxury of noticing anything like that anymore. Then suddenly... Oh, jeez.
内藤先輩、いい加減出てきてください。月島先輩たちを止めてくださいよ。
Alright, putting the sex talk on hold for now. And our pleading underclassmen scream. Or at our you know what I mean. The tensions unraveled all at once. We looked at each other. Club Prez, you need to go.
しょうがないわね誰も行くのよ
Whew. Oh, I guess I had no choice. This wasn't the first time Club Prez had been so insistent with her teasing. It was rare for her to say things like that. As usual, I tried to hide the fact that my heart was racing a mile a minute and was desperately trying to keep my mind under control. With her lab coat flapping behind her, Club Prez got down from the desk and made her way out of the preparation room. I followed behind her. Holy shit, that was getting real spicy there. Just, why don't you have sex with me? Why not? Fuck it. Everyone else thinks I'm a terrible fucking human being. So, oh.
いつだったか気楽に生きていたいって言ったじゃないほんと不器用よねできないことをしたいだなんて
Listen, I'm a little
無理
awkward.
なんでしょ気楽に過ごすなんて本当に口ばっかり気楽に生きるための努力で神経すり減らしてたんじゃたまったもんじゃないわそれのどこが気楽な生き方よだけどそうしなければならない誰に言われたわけでもなく自分がそうしているのが楽だからええそうねわかってる、ええ私たちってもしかして似てるのかしらそれとも全然似てないのかしら
Alright. I like those little things at the start of each chapter. It's just like the first, you had Saki doing her thing, and and again I found myself in this room as I fell asleep. Hello? God, I just can't leave. I'm always here. Help me. It was a grand and luxurious room and had a color scheme that I could never get used to. As usual, the table was set for a tea party. Cakes and cream puffs and scones and multicolored jams, pies, tarts, fruits, and biscuits, and now I'm hungry. The black tea was fresh and was always warm and smelled pleasant. Everything was delicious. I don't know if it was well made or if I had just imagined it that way, but the sofa was quite comfortable and the carpet was thick and clearly high quality. Oh, with your bare feet rubbing in it? Yeah. But despite how luxurious the room was, or the fact that I was free to use it, that wasn't a dream I wanted to have. And the reason for that... Even the candles are black. Oh god. I was sitting at the table, unhappily sipping away at my black tea. Across from me was Maya, sitting on her knees on the sofa with her elbows on the table, peering at me. She didn't seem concerned at all with the sweets in front of her. Tea's good. Despite answering apathetically, Maya grinned, appearing satisfied. There was something reminiscent of a cat in our eyes and mouth, both curved like thin crescent moons. Well, duh, because she's basically Cheshire Cat over here. It was a look that suited her well.
どうしたのかしらそんなに怖い顔して私のことを見るなんて 昔はそんなことなかったのに。
Frightening. This is my face. Hey, you don't have the right to say that. Say that you have no idea why. You know what you did to Saki the other day. Night. You know what I mean. When I said this, Maya let out as though she had only just remembered now.
この間の夢のことね。あれを全部私がやったと思われるのは心外だわ。
You were at least the catalyst. Hurt. If not you, then who did it?
私はご招待しただけだもの。あの夢はサキちゃんが望んでいたこと。私はその望みを叶えてあげただけだもの。
Which in lies the problem. You were the start of it. Hey Maya, even if Saki wished for that dream, it wasn't right for us to just watch it like that. Oh, in the time I took to blink, Maya had been on the other side of the table, suddenly appeared on my lap. Well, you're always in my lap, woman. She wasn't facing the side. Instead, she was straddling my thighs and had her arms wrapped around my neck as if she was about to hug me. Oh, jeez. Maya, what?
それだってサキちゃんが望んでいたとしたら、知ってほしい、見てほしいって。
You're making things up. There's no way that would be true.
あら、勝手なんかじゃないわ。私にできるのは、いい夢でも悪い夢でも、その人の夢を見せることだけだもの。
Why would you ever want to see a bad dream? That's spoopy, scary skeletons over
言
there.
ってみれば、夢に使われてるだけの案内人よ。
Hearing that made me consider that Maya maybe wasn't the villain behind everything after all. Bad dreams and good dreams were both things contained in the mind of the dreamer, but if that's the case, in other words, you can show people bad dreams too, right? No one wanted to have bad dreams, but if Maya wasn't creating the dreams...
夢にはいいも悪いもないわ。全部夢だもの。
But that's the concept is, if it's a good dream and a bad dream, of course there's good and bad. Like, Maya smiled like a teacher praising a student who gave a good answer. So you're going to try and say that the reason Alice was also watching was because it was a nightmare? Even if I assume that Saki wanted me to know, she didn't have any idea who Alice was. There was no reason Saki would want her to see.
そう言ったでしょ。夢を見せることしかできないって。アリスがいたのだって夢が選んだことだもの。
Well, Alice is definitely an enigma.
どうしても無理なら、きっとアリスは何も知ることはできなかったんじゃないかしら。
I think you're just trying to deceive me at this point. There was no basis to what Maya was saying in the first place. Maybe she was just saying things to try and confuse me. I would not put it past her.
そうかもしれないわね。そうだとしたら、どうするの？
Well, I can't really do anything. Oh god, Maya teasingly brought her face closer to mine. She was close enough that I could feel her breath. I turned away and Maya grinned.
本当に久々の二人っきりなんだから、そんな風に避けられると悲しいわ。
We were just together like last night. Or not even last night, you know what I mean. You appear old enough that you shouldn't cling to me like that. Though she was supposed to be the same age as Saki, her build was noticeably smaller.
そうね。さきちゃんほどじゃないけど、私も少しくらいは女らしくなってるってことかしら。
They always gotta do that with the younger looking characters. They always gotta be like, oh, don't worry, same age as this other character. This is funny to me. With a smile, Maya shifted so that she was sitting facing the side. Her position had changed, but the distance between us was almost the same.
それとも、私とこうしてるのは嫌なのかしら。
I don't necessarily have a problem with it. ... She already knew the answer, and even though I knew that, it didn't stop Maya from teasing me. I couldn't say that I didn't like it. And that made me a little disappointed in myself. Why couldn't I say I didn't like it? Had I still not let go of Maya? Nope. You haven't appeared since I started dreaming like this, so why did you appear now? I was finally able to spit out those words. I had been thinking that ever since we reunited in this room. I also wanted to say it, but I couldn't work up the resolve to. I would start to say it, but then I would waver. Ever since I started lucid dreaming, I had stopped dreaming about Maya.
私が誰の夢なのかくらい分かってるんでしょ?
That was obvious. It was me without a doubt.
なのにわざわざ聞くの? それとも聞いて確認しておきたいのかしら? 嬉しいの? 悲しいの? 傷つくの? それともやっぱり泣いちゃうのかしら?
I'm not. Stop. Shut up. My words, which didn't sound tough at all, made Maya giggle.
よかったわ。私の知ってるままで。優しいだけで弱くて頼りないのに強がっちゃうの。本当に何も変わってなくて安心したわ。
Thanks. Dot 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 dot. I couldn't say anything back.
大丈夫。私はそんなところも大好きよ。
You are just an enigma, aren't you? Maya looked genuinely happy as she said this. It made me a little worried about what kind of useless husk of a man she would have gotten stuck with if she were really alive. Monk S. Or would she have stayed beside herself, my useless self, my whole life?
強がって私とさよならしようとして、そしたら変な夢を見るようになっちゃうようながとっても好きよ。
You motherfucker game. You're just like, here's a little boop for you. Here's a little pop for you. Just information, just boop, boop, boop. But it's not like, this happened. She wasn't wrong. My lucid dreams weren't the result of me having stopped dreaming about Maya. I had lucid dreams because that was the only way I could stop myself from dreaming about Maya. Until that happened. The incident. Burp. Far from being able to tell when a dream was a dream, I couldn't even tell when reality was reality. Who are you, really? I couldn't say those words. Whether she admitted it or denied it, I wouldn't know how to react to her response.
答えてあげてもいいけど、教えてあげないわ。
Wow. Maya giggled, seemingly pleased with herself.
だって教えてあげない方がずっと困らせられるんですもの。ああ、その顔かわいいわ、ほんと。
Gradually, the surroundings went dark.
だから
Oh.
たくさん困ってね。
Maya called me something at the end, but I was unable to make it out as the dream came to an end. Okay, bye. This is my life. Oh, I get to look up at the sky real quick. Hold on. And then I woke up as an ordinary everyday life arrived once more. No matter what strange things happened in my dreams, nothing would change reality. I understood that all too well.
兄さん、寝癖跳ねてるわよ。
I can't. It's got a mind of its own. Let me be. Saki was at my side again today as I walked to school. When I woke up today, Saki was already there, sitting next to my bed and looking down at me as I suffered. In other words, she didn't wake me up. Enjoyed watching my troubled face. She didn't have to be that similar. Until now, she only ever invaded my apartment about once a week, but lately it was every day. Maybe Saki was now anxious after having a dream like that. Not that what she had was similar to what I had to deal with, of course. Why'd you come in again? Dreams were dreams, reality was reality. No matter how hard this might have been, there's no way it was okay to barge into the room of a man living alone.
どうしても何も あんな夢を兄さんが見てるって分かったのに放っておけるわけがないじゃない。今朝だってうなされてたくせに。
I have a nightmare every goddamn night, Saki. I had been having a nightmare. Plus, Saki put my glasses on again this morning, and relieved at the feel of them, I was able to move once more. See, there's even that. There's even the, I need these glasses. Even though, it's like it keeps throwing, here's another thing that you're interested in. Remembering that, I fixed the angle of my just-for-show glasses. The feeling of having Saki put on my glasses for me, that reminded me that this was reality. If you can't leave me alone, then wake me up when I'm having a nightmare.
だって可愛いんですもの。もうちょっと見ていたいってずっと思っちゃうんだもの。
So you let me suffer? Just so you can look at my cute-ass face? And because she kept thinking just a little longer, of course it never ended. Saki looked a little apologetic, and I let out a sigh. God damn it. Maya and Saki both seem to be having so much fun. So why aren't I having fun? I never have fun. It's totally unfair, man. But even though I'm supposed to be able to choose my dreams to a certain extent, why do I always have nightmares?
そうは言うけど、兄さん。夢なんて勝手に見るものなんだから、選べる方がおかしいのよ。
But I want the power. I need this. Yeah, but I was starting to suspect that maybe what I was having wasn't actually a lucid dream. But since Saki didn't seem to remember the dream clearly, it clearly meant that I was still lucid dreaming. And then the dreams and the dreams and the But until now, I had been able to overwrite the contents of those dreams. I knew that there was no good or bad in dreams, that they were just a projection of one's desires. But instead of receiving my dreams passively, I had been able to willfully change them. For me, any dream where Maya appeared was a nightmare, or rather, was supposed to be. And yet lately, whenever I dreamed, I was in that room, and Maya was there just grinning at me, asking me questions I didn't want to answer, and giving me a look like she understood everything. In the end, was that something I desired? Hey, Saki. Do I have the sort of personality that seems like I enjoy being tormented?
まさか兄さん、自覚なかったの？
What, you didn't know? I'm a masochist, help! Saki looked completely exasperated, as though she were asking, what are you saying? That reaction made my chest ache.
なんで急にそんなことを気にしだしたの？
I don't even... I was a little hesitant to answer that, but Saki was already involved. Haltingly, I spoke. I told you that Maya appears in my dreams, and every time I end up having a nightmare. Even though I'm not happy and don't find it fun when Maya appears, I wondered if maybe somewhere deep down, I'm actually enjoying it. Saki looked away from me gloomily, as if unsure how to answer.
それは、だって。
And after I finally managed to stop seeing her in my dreams, after causing so much trouble for the people around me, even though it was a good thing that Maya wasn't appearing, why did I start dreaming about her again? I tried to sound tough, but only managed an empty laugh that almost sounded masochistic. I mean, I get it. Even though I can't be entirely happy about it, somewhere in my heart, I'm not against seeing Maya. Dude, he's having, like, inner turmoil right now. Her tone and attitude haven't changed at all, but when I think that maybe she would have grown up to be that way, when I wonder, what if she had lived? I think I feel a little happy. Oh, that still it feels bad, man. So, okay, so, from what I gather, she used to be a person. She used to be alive. And the forests, it's got to do with the forest, right? Maya couldn't get out. She passed away. Something like that. And she's in our subconscious constantly. And, like, kind of haunting us, I guess? in a way, but we're doing it to ourselves? Holy shit. That's just what I thought it was pathetic. I was having nightmares every night, and every morning I woke up feeling barely rested. On top of that, even Saki was having the same dream now, and I didn't know why. And it was far from fun for Saki. In her dreams, her heart had been laid bare for me and Alice to see. And yet I was happy to see Maya again. How selfish and inconsiderate could I be? Even though I was causing so much trouble for Saki.
バカね、兄さん。相変わらずのバカよ。
As usual. It was a response to my empty smile. Saki took my hand and squeezed. She hardly ever did things like this even when we were alone, let alone in front of people. But I squeezed back, grateful for her touch.
いくら困らせられても、私たちがマヤちゃんにまた会えて嬉しくないわけがないじゃない。
Saki and I interlaced our fingers. Rather than being a romantic gesture, it was more like we worried about letting go. But you...
大丈夫よ。私はずっと兄さんの妹だから。妹でいるから。
Saki.
だけど、マヤちゃんはもう私たちの前には現れない。帰ってこれなかったの。それは変わらないのよ、兄さん。
I know. So I look up at the sky. Maya wasn't coming back. I'd understood what that meant for a long time, both logically and emotionally. I was sure Saki didn't want to have to say that after all this time either. But now that we'd seen her again, I had to reaffirm it. God damn. Like it's just like a... Like the game raises a lot more questions than it answers, but you know it's all going to be answered at some point, and you could kind of piece it all together just based on the small bits of information you actually get. Like what I'm assuming, like how I said what I assume Maya actually is, you know? Because just from the way they're talking about her, like it's like she's never coming back, you know, this and that. So she was a real person at some point, right? That she had to have been, but she's gone now, and we're just dreaming it because we're... Jesus Christ. This game's putting my brain into overtime, and it doesn't like it. I'm just kidding, it totally likes it.